So yeah, it's just like the correcting. It's like I have to sort of, I have to find the happy balance. I have to find something that's gonna make me look girly, but then not too much to the point where my parents are like, "What are you doing?" You know, because I've certainly gotten a lot more comfortable in being feminine around them because it's kind of like at a certain point I have to stop hiding, and I hate like I hate that whole concept of just being really uncomfortable and afraid. And I want to be comfortable. And I guess it's also part of myself just trying to be comfortable being like this around my family because I know it's something they don't agree with. And you know, I don't know, it's just that's like the major thing that I have with my family is the fact that I can't entirely be who I am. Like that just, you know, that's the root of all of my problems with my family, you know? Because the way I see it is if I could dress like a chick, act like a chick, and be like a chick every day without issues when I'm here, which is not even that much time out of the year. It's just fucking 3 months out of the entire year. If I could do all that all the time, I would not have as much animosity towards my parents. I just wouldn't because part of my frustration is just the fact that they don't care to know and don't notice. And, you know, and there's a part of me that like sort of thinks that they may know, but we just don't talk about it, or I don't know. I just, you know, I really don't know. I just don't, you know. It's sort of like a weird thing because I remember when we were in therapy last year with my brother. My dad wanted to ask me something, and I just felt like that's what it was, and I didn't want to answer it because the way that I know it would go down is my parents would sort of be like, "Oh, so are you this? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's cool. You know, that's cool. That's cool." And then a week later, they would come to me and be like, "You know what? You really shouldn't be doing this with your life." You know, it would, and I know that that would just piss me off. You know, because they've done that. I mean, they did that with the whole gay thing. It was like, "Oh no, it's cool," and then all of a sudden it's like, "Oh no, wait a minute, actually." You know, it's just an annoying thing. It really is, because it's like I really do feel like a lot of the issues would be solved. I really do. I mean, not everything, of course. We would still have fucking issues, but it just wouldn't be as bad. You know, I wouldn't have all of this because I mean, I hate lying to my parents. I hate it, but I have to do it. I have to. They don't want to know the truth, and my dad told me that. You know, he told me I never want to know anyone you're dating. Cool, fine. And you know, I tell some people that, and they're like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with that." But then it's kind of like I would at least want for my parents to care, and I also sort of think this is how I view it too. Is like I know that if not this year, next year, and if not next year, the one after that, I'm gonna be starting hormones, and I'm going to be transitioning, and I'm going to be legally changing my name and my gender. That's just going to happen. I'm gonna meet a guy. We're gonna date. We're gonna fall in love, and we're gonna move in together. And I don't, there's gonna be a part of me that's gonna feel really wrong about that without introducing them to my family. And I feel like in order to introduce them to my family, I would have to talk to my family about my situation, my identity, and why this person that's with me isn't gay. You know, and it's just like it's going to be a hard thing to talk about because it's hard to talk about with men, you know, so fuck, I don't know. It's just, it's complicated. It's so complicated, and I hate that it is complicated. I hate that we live in a society where you have to have labels because this is really what this is about. There wouldn't be this issue if the world didn't see gender as being only two separations. If they didn't realize that there were three, if not four genders, if not five, that someone that is born with a penis, someone that is born with a vagina, does not necessarily fit into the cultural definitions of what someone with a penis should be. Do you know what I mean? It's like someone that, because the way that I see it, it's like, okay, some things are guaranteed. If you're born with a penis, you're gonna be naturally, you're gonna naturally be producing testosterone, and that's gonna naturally make your your body more masculine, your voice more masculine, your hair growth more masculine, everything more masculine. If you're born with a vagina, you're gonna be producing estrogen, and that's gonna make everything feminine. These two things are set in stone, period. But the connotations that we give estrogen and the connotations that we give testosterone and the things that we associate with people that have estrogen and people that have testosterone are completely man-made. Completely. Gender is defined by culture. It's defined by culture, and people don't seem to understand this. You know, I remember one time I told a guy that I was trans and he didn't know. And his first reaction was, "Oh, so you're a guy?" And then I had to think, and then I sort of said, like, do I look like a guy? You know, it's like, you know, depending on who you ask, you know, that could be yes or no, but to a lot of people, I don't. And I know that because I don't think most people would say ma'am. I don't think I would be hit on as much. You know, I don't. So, you know, it's more than that. It's like this, like fucking, where did I put my fucking shoes? Well, anyway, I got some high heels the other day. Some brand new high heel shoes. Alright. Sort of, they're my first pair of heels, so it's kind of awesome. But it's sort of like, you know, I was thinking about this. Like, who was it that said having your heels elevated is feminine? What about having your heels elevated is feminine? Is it the actual look of an elevated heel? Does it have to do with the instability of the heel and how the man would have to come and support the woman with the heel? What does that have to mean? What is that? How is that feminine? And why is that feminine? Why? Why in our minds and in our culture is that feminine? You know, it's completely man-made. Because, you know, even a lot of men that wear heels or things with heels still look masculine because, you know, it's, gender is not just the hormones in your body, it's your spirit. And a, someone with a feminine spirit should be able to live feminine. I'm ranting now, I'm sorry.